Healthy eating doesn't need more motivation. It needs fewer decisions, because motivation comes and goes. But decisions follow you all day long. From the moment you open your eyes, your brain is already working. Before you even get out of bed, you're already deciding. What needs to happen first? Who needs you? What can't be forgotten? What might go wrong if you don't stay alert? And none of that has anything to do with food. So by the time you think about eating, your mental energy is already low. If you're a mom who wants to eat better but feels like there's never enough time, never enough energy, and never enough space in your day, this video is for you. Because healthy eating doesn't fail because you're lazy. It fails because your life is full of responsibility, full of noise, full of people who need you before you ever get to yourself. And when life is full, food is never just food. It becomes another decision on an already crowded list. Another thing to think about when your brain is begging for rest. Another moment where you pause and think, what's the right choice? What should I be doing instead? Why can't I get this right? Food becomes emotional labor, not because eating is hard, but because deciding is. And that pressure doesn't show up loudly, it shows up quietly, in standing in front of the fridge, feeling tired and blank, in grabbing something fast and immediately second-guessing it, in telling yourself, I'll do better tomorrow. Food turns into background noise in your head, not loud, but constant, a low-level hum of thoughts that never fully stop. Is this healthy enough? Is this too much? Should I have planned better? Am I failing myself again? Even when you're eating, your mind doesn't slow down. It keeps evaluating, comparing, judging, and that mental load doesn't disappear. It accumulates, quietly, day after day, until eating, something that should support you, starts to feel heavy and exhausting. Most healthy eating advice sounds simple. Just plan ahead, just cook more, just be consistent, just try harder. And on the surface, it sounds reasonable, because in theory, those things work. But what sounds simple is rarely simple when you're already exhausted. When you're tired, thinking costs more. Decisions feel heavier. Small choices feel overwhelming, not because you don't know what to do, but because your brain is already overloaded. When you're tired, even caring takes energy. And you do care. You care about your kids. You care about your home. You care about showing up. You care about doing your best. You're just doing it on an empty battery. Every just is another decision. And moms are already drowning in decisions. From the moment you wake up, your brain is on. You're choosing, fixing, remembering, adjusting. What needs to be done first? Who needs help? What can't be forgotten? What might fall apart if you don't stay alert? Before breakfast even happens, you've already made dozens of choices, and none of them were about you. So when eating healthy requires more thinking, more planning, and more effort, it becomes the first thing to drop. Not because it doesn't matter, but because something else always feels more urgent. Someone else always needs you first. And that creates a quiet pattern. You eat what's fast, what's available, what requires the least thinking. And then comes the guilt, the feeling that you're failing at something you should be able to do. But here's the truth. If eating healthy feels hard right now, it doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're busy. It means you're tired. It means your life is full. And the solution isn't doing more, it's simplifying. That's where real change starts. Not with more discipline, Not with stricter rules, but with fewer decisions, because your brain doesn't need more pressure. It needs less noise. Principle 1. Remove decisions before they drain you. You don't need variety to be healthy. You need reliability. The same breakfast most days. 2 or 3 lunches you trust. Snacks that don't require thinking. This isn't boring, it's relief. When food stops being a question, your nervous system finally gets to rest. And when your system rests, your choices improve without effort. Principle 2. You don't need a weekly meal plan to eat well. For many moms, planning an entire week feels like another job, another responsibility, another thing to feel at. Instead of schedules, think in anchors, foods you always keep at home, meals that work on hard days, simple combinations you can make on autopilot. Predictable food creates safety, and safety leads to better choices without force. Not perfect choices, better ones. Principle 3. Make food supportive, not impressive. Food doesn't need to look good online. It needs to work in your real life. Healthy eating isn't about doing everything right. It's about doing something supportive consistently. Food should give you energy, not guilt. If a meal helps you feel steady, it's good enough. If it fits your real life, it's working. When food feels supportive, you don't need willpower. You don't need motivation. You just eat and move on with your life. And that's when habits stick. Healthy eating isn't about trying harder. It's about deciding less. Because when your life is full, simplicity is what makes habits last.